runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for the Thunder, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort with a steal. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
That one falls. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. BA, I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by using their will.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren, and the shot goes down.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
From deep three-point land, the long-distance 3 is buried.
Range on range. SGA with the big-time delivery for 3.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention when he finds that another cutter or a spot-up shooter. That lends so much gravity to his game. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Dort against Dort. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Holmgren. The shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Dort outside. Let's go with a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. Dort outside. 5 to shoot. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena doors right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Now here's Hartenstein. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Williams against Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort for 3. Hartenstein pulls pulls it in. Ford outside. On the take. What a terrific move that is.
Boy, George Gervin-esque with the feathery touch on the finger roll. Don't see that too much anymore.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line from there. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for the Thunder, Isaiah.
That's off as well, so this is both. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead, up 5. And we'll get things started in... If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4. Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Gord at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in second. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Now Williams. Williams defending. Back to Hartenstein. And stolen by Williams. Dort, the pass to Hartenstein. And he gets it to go. Hartenstein's gotten his second bucket on the night.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The 12th overall pick in 2022, Jalen Williams. What a find by the Thunderbirds.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. The 3 from Holmgren. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Holmgren with it. And it's Dort picking him up. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. He goes up again. And he lays it up and in. Hartenstein's gotten his second bucket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea, playing big inside.
They're finding ways to get the ball to the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And a foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dort for 3. That was good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. And now a 10-point Oklahoma City lead. Pass to Williams. Looking to end the run. The Thunder with another miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel any star voting shouldn't be by position, it should be by merit.
Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Williams passes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Off target with a jump hook.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Joe. Inside. Rejected by Holmgren.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
The offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. to Holmgren, and stolen by Williams. Wallace with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Here's Caruso outside. Counted from distance. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Holmgren. Easy two for Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Joe, pass to Wallace. Williams with the screen. From down in the low post, it goes. Wallace has gotten his first basket of the night. Stolen by Caruso. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Lets it go from deep. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 12. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Williams misses. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-3 run. Down low. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Their first chance this season playing the Thunder. Dort, the pass to Wiggins. Williams from long range. Caruso grabs the board. Pass to Williams. With 1 on the clock.
Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Thunder, leading by 14. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big.
Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Thunder.
They know they don't have to keep shooting.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. And on the floor for Mark Dagnall starting the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Aaron Wiggins out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Caruso, pass to Joe. Caruso against Wiggins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, let's take a glance at some of the defensive numbers. Here are the top teams in the league that come away with steals. Number 1, the Thunder.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Well, you see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an excellent decision maker, such a dependable catalyst for this offense.
Pass to Williams. And stolen by Hartenstein. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, "Quote, you don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. there. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Williams with it, and it's Dort picking him up. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Caruso. Now Holmgren. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams grabs the board.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Boy, that's what he's looking for this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Graham, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. Let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Williams passes to Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking over. And a foul call on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force. Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Back to Dort. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And there it is for him.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Let's take a look at the numbers for Lu Dort.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
1:29 left in the third quarter. Wiggins for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half. He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Williams misses.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
From the elbow. Out of bounds. The Oklahoma City's ball. And now a quick look at the NBA assist leaders over the last 10 games. It's the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The 4th spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Stolen by Caruso. Dort outside. And that one dropped for him. So Dort's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Listen, that is all you can do defensively. Lu Dort at times is just going to make tough shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming.
The officials were right on top of that.
This is his 2nd second trip to the free throw line in this one.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
What you love about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Here's Dort. There's the drive. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll conclude their longest homestand of the season. 5 games. Dort with a steal. 3 seconds separating the shot game clock. Caruso misses. Thunder trail by 18. Pass to Dort. Stuffed right through.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Aaron Wiggins.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He's made one and missed one so far at the line. And Caruso drops them both. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be back in a moment. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Wallace outside. Back to Joe. To the paint. 6 to shoot. And Williams punches it home.
Well, he's such a good athlete. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Holmgren. Pass to Williams. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Of course, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
So much of this speaks to which star are we talking about? If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Outside, Williams. The kick out to Williams. 4-3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. And here's Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches it. Joe grabs a miss.
I'll say it feels all night like this guy's forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Wiggins, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Here's Williams. Hook loose. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. Outside Joe. Pass to Williams. Banked it in off the glass.
Always helps to hit these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Wiggins. And that goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Williams misses. Thunder trail by 18. Here's Holmgren. Big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That's such a go-to move for him. He holds it back on those.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
Wallace outside. Down low. With the 10-footer. Yes, on the jumper.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game is 21. Takes a three. Williams misses. Thunder trail by 18.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Thunder.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game is, Grant?
Yeah, BA, ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And this team is something else. 64 wins. These guys have had quite the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Driving in. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Dort. Hands it from the wing.
You can just see the development of Luke Dort's game. He gets himself into that in-between area and makes it look easy.
And it's Williams off the drive. The Thunder with the rebound. 15 seconds left in the final quarter. A deep three. Wiggins, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance,
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Williams.
The free throw drops for Williams. And Williams drops them both. So Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson.
The starting lineup for the visiting Oklahoma City Thunder. At shooting guard,
Welcome to the NBA. On 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Derek Lively is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then it's Washington. And it's Gafford in at the 5. And certainly on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
Left side, Davis. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Washington. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gafford with the block.
Do not go up soft against Daniel Gafford. He will send it right back at you.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Outside, Williams, the 12th overall pick in 2022. Jalen Williams, what a find by the Thunder, Doris.
This is so exciting for this organization because even though J-Dub went to a mid-major school, wasn't a big high school recruit, he ended up being second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's getting better and better. He has got an unbelievable future.
Thompson's shot is off.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Dort. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. And while we can, let's bring up a list of the top scorers across the NBA in the past month. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on top.
And this last month has been truly special for him. He's scoring at will and in a rhythm on offense.
Lively passes to Thompson. Here's Washington, and Washington powers it through.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 27 points his last game, and it's Holmgren missing.
Well, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Davis finds Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Let's remember, this guy's got a 9'4" standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
To halt the run, and Holmgren lays it in.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Washington against Williams. Washington passes to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
Thunder trail by 7. It's Dort on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Dort's shot is good.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Washington. Lays it up and banks it in. Washington's got 7 points.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I just love his approach coming into tonight. Focused and aggressive.
Hartenstein against Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Outside Davis. Pass to Lively. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. Lively's got his second bucket on the night.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Knocks down the long J.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
There's Davis with the 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
That'll be a 5-second call. Let's take a look now at some numbers for Anthony Davis.
And I think the grind of the season has caught up to him a little. You can see it in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a dive. He appears to be wearing down. Maybe he can get his legs back under him today.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
Oklahoma City ball.
Thunder trail by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander up top, covered by Lively. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Pass to Williams. Hartenstein with it. And he buries his first look.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
26 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Davis. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Thompson, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Dallas up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Thunder trail by 8. They've got Daniel Gafford. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with Thompson. Then there's Davis, and it's Washington in at the 3. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Pass to Davis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
And it's Holmgren missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Dinwiddie. Here's Gafford. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
The Mavericks lead by 5. Gafford passes to Davis. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Holmgren. Williams on the wing. He's guarded by Gafford. Holmgren against Gafford. Stolen by Dinwiddie. And here they come. Pushing it up now. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Dort, such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong, he plays hard, he's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Here's Hartenstein. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Here's Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. Nails the baby hook. Hartenstein's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Davis. Now Gafford. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Here's Dinwiddie. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Williams. The layup misses. Dallas has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Back to Washington. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Holmgren. That one rolls around and rims out.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Gafford with the block. And now the Mavs on the run. Here's Davis, and then Davis punches it home!
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Holmgren. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. Doris Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Williams. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And Joe's subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
The assist, Wallace.
Dallas leading by 3. Dinwiddie passes to Davis. And here's Thompson for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 8 rebounds in the game. To the right side. Here's Wallace. Sinks that one from the post. And it's now only a 1-point Dallas lead.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man. Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Holmgren. Following the score by Dallas. Williams. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
The 2K leaderboard featuring the best shooting team since the break. Oklahoma City, #1.
This is a hot offense. Recently, they've had no issues getting the ball in the hoop.
The first free throw is good.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Here's Caruso. What a terrific move that is.
Assisted by
Caruso's got his second basket of the night.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Washington outside. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Gafford. Shot clock at 6. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
To the middle. Here's Williams. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Pass to Dinwiddie. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Dallas on top, leading. By 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have? Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's...
And looking ahead, here's what's to come later on tonight in the NBA. It'll be the Suns against the Bucks out in Milwaukee. That one gets going 7:30 Eastern Time.
And on paper, these two are pretty close in terms of talent.
Yeah, that's going to come down to effort. And who controls that pace?
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Joe with the ball. Still no points. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. They've got Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Wallace in at the shooting guard position. Williams' shot is good.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Now, here's Davis. 12 points for him. Martin outside. Launches it. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They host the Pistons after this one, and that's a one-game homestand for the club. Caruso with the bucket. Caruso's got his third basket on the night right there.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. Boy, that's a terrific start right there.
The amazing thing about AD, you don't have to create for him. He's a big man who can create for himself.
And it's Caruso with the ball for Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. Williams in the post. Now covers. Williams' shot is good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Martin against Caruso. Out to Powell. Puts up a deep 3. The shot that time not on target. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Caruso. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Outside Davis. Martin with a screen on Wiggins. Here's Davis. Pass to Martin. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Alex Caruso. First trip to the line for him here.
The line for your Mavericks. Caleb Martin.
He's off on the first. Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. So he comes up empty, missing both. Oklahoma City trailing. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Wallace. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Out to Powell. Thompson outside. Outside Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson's shot is off. Thompson's gone 2 of 7, struggling a bit. Pass to Caruso for the lead. And it's Martin with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Davis, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Up top, Holmgren. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Now here's Powell. Here are the shooting guards with the best free throw percentage over the past month. Number 1, Klay Thompson.
It's a 1-2 punch. He beats you with his shooting and his excellent work at the free throw line.
That one falls for Powell.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
The Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Jalen Williams comes in for Caruso. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Wallace. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Joe.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
It's Martin on the wing. Pass to Powell. Here's Hardy. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds in the game. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Outside Davis. And stolen by Williams. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander gets the bucket on the breakaway. Mavericks trail by 6. Powell right side. Martin outside. Looking to end the run. And he can't bank that one in.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Back to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Hardy. Still without a bucket. Davis with it. Hartenstein covering. A tough finish inside from Davis.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered closely. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson, no good.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. We've got Davis, Thompson out there with Hardy. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Martin in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now here's Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 10-point game. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Williams. Martin against Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side, Williams. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. And it's blocked by Davis.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender. The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Now here's Martin over Williams. Dort grabs the miss.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Unloads from 13. Again the miss by Williams. Mavericks trail by 10. Thompson passes to Davis. Back to Thompson. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. To the wing, right side. Dort for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis down low. Dort defending. Davis can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Steps back. Gilgeous-Alexander against Davis.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Here's Davis. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And Davis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. And the Mavericks with some changes. Gafford, he's checked in for Powell. Washington comes in for Martin. And it's Lively in for Hardy. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That one's good for 2.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
They get it back. Here's Lively. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Davis to the inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Most dangerous on the interior. That is Daniel Gafford right there.
He does not get the second one. Oklahoma City leading by 14. And out of bounds, the Mavericks will take it.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Dallas is shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. On the wing, Davis. To end the drought. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Gafford. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. A clear look for Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries again. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That one misses for Hartenstein. Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Davis. AD feasting down low.
And what you love most about Davis is his confidence, because it's what helps him take over games.
And the big finish by Holmgren.
Beautiful play design. Anytime you get a dunk off an inbounds play, you know your strategy is on point.
Davis, the pass to Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Covered by Lively. Now Holmgren. Dort outside. The three is up. The offensive rebound. Hartenstein. That's off. 5 for 8 from the floor. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. You really need to tighten it up.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter here. Washington, a screen on Holmgren.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Thunder.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And this team is something else. 64 wins. These guys have had quite the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. To the left wing. Gafford with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Lively. That one's off. Still out of sync. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Williams. Nice D from Thompson. And here are the Mavericks now. Washington finds Davis. Now here's Thompson. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The three from Washington. He drops it from range.
Klay Thompson understanding how to read the floor and make the right choice. Yes, he can score it, but good vision there.
Gafford with the block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Off the inbound. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Knocked loose. It's tipped. And he gets it back. And so Oklahoma City takes this one. And by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about
Thank you.